We are live.
Hi, everybody.
Disclaimer. What's the disclaimer, Drea? Go ahead and tell the people what the disclaimer is.
Because reason we didn't go live because I just didn't pay attention to good enough. Okay, it wasn't all Erica's fault. It was mine.
Was it all my fault? I finally realized that I could go through StreamYard. And not that I could just go through StreamYard, but I didn't have to have a computer that had a webcam. Because I have a iPad Pro, which they don't quote unquote have webcams or what have you. We just have it's considered a mobile device. And I don't know why I thought because you can't do it on YouTube, I thought you couldn't do it on StreamYard. And nobody was saying nothing to me. I lugged all my computer stuff to Andrea's house when we did the one thing together. And we still didn't get it or realize that. So now we know.
Yes, that we can go on StreamYard and be live.
Who is
So,
this? Is this Veronica? Is this Veronica? How y'all people know my mamas?
okay,
That's
Veronica.
hot baby.
Okay, get about this chat.
Yes. We
Get
have a
about
daughter together.
yes, get
Her
about
name is
this chat.
Veronica.
hmm Get about this
Good
chat.
evening, Pandy. Hey, real mamas.
Happy birthday, May. Hi,
Single girl is the
Joyce.
first one in here. Unbothered Mimi, we see you. So,
Yes. Hey,
okay.
Danny.
Without further ado, today, hot air is lost in emotions. Okay.
Yes.
Happy, happy Holy Hump Day to everybody out there. We got to get over the Wednesday hump, and we're gonna do it talking about relationships. How about that?
And our mama's gonna kill us. Our mama's gonna kill us.
Why?
You're a Catholic girl. I'm a Christian girl. My mama's gonna kill us.
Because I said Holy
yes.
Hump Day.
yes. Our mama's just gonna hurt us, okay? oh Lord.
Hey everybody.
hey
All
everybody
right,
coming
so
in.
the topic came up when the topic came up when Andrea had an idea to she wanted to talk about uh, some more about male female relationships, and I was like, oh well, you know, I don't know if that's going to carry for a whole segment or what have you. So I was like, let's develop something broader where we can talk about different things about relationships. And after some brainstorming and stuff one night, this is what we came up with. So in the description box, I have our email address and everything down there. So if anybody has any topics or ideas for the future that we don't talk about, we'll be talking about relationships on Hump Day because it's fitting. And
And
hey,
we
hey, Lolo.
and we will be having a schedule Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. That
Right,
are the 3 days we'll be going live.
right. So we haven't, we trying to get the details down. We're trying, people. We're out here trying. I tried to have an intro for you guys today, and I wasn't able to upload it. So hopefully, in the next day or two, I can figure that out, how to complete my overlay or what have you. But this truck is moving.
Yep.
Uphill sometimes, but it's moving.
Yep, it
So
is.
back to the topic. It's Holy Hump Day and hot air is lost in emotion. So, your first question that we was talking about, right?
hmm
is we want to start off a little slow, right?
Yes, stop a little slow.
We don't want to hit them in the face with it.
No, no, stop a little slow.
Are women more emotional? Do you think women are more emotional than men?
Yes, some women, not all.
I think on the I don't know. I think on the surface that we're more emotional than men. I think that um beneath the surface, I think men are more emotional than we are. I think they just don't let us know,
Yeah,
right?
sometimes it depends on the circumstances too. It depends on the circumstance what we
It
emotional
definitely
and
does.
what they're emotional like. So what I could say I'm really emotional about and passionate about. He might not say that's that bullshit, Andrea. He ain't
Right,
emotional about. You know.
right. That's
So
true.
it depends on what is it the situation. Now I know I ain't never seen my daddy cry. Okay, but
Right.
when my mother got her leg cut off, I see my daddy break down. My daddy is 73 years old. I'm 45. I ain't never seen that man cry.
Right.
He's steady rocking. He's steady always. But when my mama got her leg cut off, that's when I see my daddy break down. So I'm gonna say it depends on the situation. So
Hey, Mr. Williams. Oh, Veronica said somewhat true.
yep. I'm gonna get my child out this chat. Okay.
She said Mary's. I can't. I'm not gonna be able to take it. I'm not gonna be able to take it with Veronica comments. She's gonna have to pop in over in the chat over there. She said, do you see her comment?
I
That's
see
because
that.
my mom is heartless.
I'm gonna get her.
Oh my gosh.
Get my 22-year-old
Oh.
daughter out this chat, okay? This is ridiculous. It's too much. Too
Thank
much.
you, unbother me.
No. Mm-mm.
That is funny.
Yeah, but it depends on how the situation is. Now, is I'm a little different too. I mean, I'm emotional, but some things don't. I can be a shark when it comes to it.
Right. I just think men are more emotional because they don't deal with their emotions as much. I think
Mm-hmm.
here to be emotional because our emotions we wear on our sleeves, right? We put everything
Yes.
out there a lot of the times, not all women,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? But and a lot of times women who don't do that is because they've been hurt or disrespected or taken advantage of because they were doing that,
Yes.
right? They were
Mm-hmm.
being too emotional. So we learn, secondarily to knock down and to lock up our emotions in a box. And I just think it's sad sometimes that, from a young age, from baby age, right?
Mm-hmm.
Men learn that their emotions sometimes don't matter.
Yeah. But
And they
something.
learn and they learn to not be emotional. They learn that being tough is not showing your emotions,
But
which
I
inadvertently,
want to know. I want to know what your emotion is. I want to know if you hurt. I want to know if it bothers you. Let me in.
right. I do too. I mean, that's the only way that's the best way to communicate.
Yeah. If if you're not gonna talk to me and tell me what your emotions is,
Thank you to
mm,
all the moderators in the building. Go ahead.
yes. I want to know what you're feeling. I want to know if it bothers you. I want to know if it hurts you. I want to know if you sad about it. Because how are we supposed to be in a relationship if you're not having communication with me? And you only hearing
Right.
my problems, but I'm not hearing your problems. I'm not hearing what your failures is. I'm not hearing what you upset about. I'm not hearing if you're scared about something.
Mm-hmm.
I,
That's
I want to
true.
know.
Yeah, I definitely would want to know. Um, like I said, I just believe that men are taught at a young age, and it's hard to unteach it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that it can't be done.
True.
It just takes an acknowledgement that you're like that, and it takes the effort to put into redirecting your emotions and being able to speak about them and talk about them with somebody you trust. I would
Sure.
hope that if you're in a relationship, right, you're with someone that you trust enough to be able to share your emotions with.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
I also believe that's the only way to full circle your journey to what people think true love is,
Mm-hmm. I
right?
agree with that.
Love is about being vulnerable, and if I feel like I'm with somebody that I can't share my emotions with, or he can't share his emotions with me, we being held back from a higher version of what love is.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that.
You know, that's just me.
Even my I know it's my son. He talked to me. We talk about a lot of things, but
Hmm.
it was like certain things. Like he lost his job. He was just acting funny to me, but
Hmm.
it was just acting funny. And so I called Monday. I said, "Did you lose your job?" And he was
Right.
like, "Yes, mom." I said, "Dude, I know you did. I know I talk to you all the time. I know your emotions. I know how you move, and I ain't seen you like
Thank
3
you,
weeks,
Diamond B.
and I ain't seen you in 3 weeks."
Right.
And then when he came home, he was upset, crying. I was like, "It's okay. It happened to the best of us. I lost my job before too, but he didn't." I was like, "I know you. You my son. When you don't come around, something is going on." But I
Oh,
could,
that
but
might be good reading material. Sorry about that. And that's I think it is sad but true,
mhm,
and it's unfortunate.
yes,
You know what I mean? I think it takes a real toughness to be able to share your emotions, only if it's because you've been taught to cover everything up and society says you're not supposed to have emotions. So always the tougher thing to do is to do what's not the norm,
yes,
right?
hmm,
So it is. I mean, I deal with it, over here, about to be up in this thing for, we've been in here trucking over 20 years. Me and Mr. Hunter, and I tell you, every day I'm reminded that he was the only child
okay,
and didn't have nobody to talk to.
yeah. And you know me, I have 7 of sisters and brothers, so Andrea's all people to talk about in my house. So, that's why you always say
Right,
we yelling over each other because there's so many people in my house. Hey,
right. Now we
Keyguard.
kind of segued into one of our other questions, which was, can a man be strong and still be in touch with, quote unquote, in touch with his emotions? Can a man still be strong and be, quote unquote, in touch with his emotions? I mean,
Yes.
I think, yeah, I think we kind of like glazed over that, in talking
Mm-hmm.
about the last thing. But I
Mm-hmm.
definitely think that the strongest men aren't. That's what I was just talking about. Like the strongest men are in touch with their emotions. Like period.
Yes, I believe that.
Like if you ain't in touch with your emotions, to me, like that's a weakness. That's something
Yeah.
to work on.
Mm-hmm. It definitely is.
Right. Derek said he don't really trigger, but he has cried in front of his daughter about Connie, which makes her cry. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that father daughter relationship is so
Just
important.
yes, it's very special.
When you have an open and honest, fathers out there,
Mm-hmm.
if you have daughters, and because we're talking about, men and their emotions, kind of like today, even mothers, when you have sons,
Mm-hmm.
oh my gosh, it's so important to talk to our kids about their emotions and how they feel, and to also process with them how we feel about
Yes.
certain situations.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I do remember is that I never forget, raising two sons myself. Of course, the discipline has to come in. But even in the midst of discipline, I still would break down my own emotions. And
Mm-hmm.
I remember one time I was talking to one of the boys and I was telling them that I'm really not angry with you. I'm afraid. Like when mommy is like really angry and I'm upset, it's really a cover up. It's like, let me let you in on a little side note here. That's really a cover up because I'm afraid. I'm
Mm-hmm.
afraid because of the things that you're doing might lead you down the wrong path, or might be in, put you in some type of danger or something like that. So I'm really trying to draw you back in because I'm
Yeah.
afraid. It's my anger is my fear talking,
Yes.
you know, which helps them process and understand things in the future when they get into relationships. Because just like just like a daughter's first relationship is her father, your son, when you have sons, their first relationship with the opposite sex is with their mother.
Yep.
So it's real important that not just we be sensitive to their feelings, but they also identify with the men in their lives,
Yep. They do.
right? And
Mm-hmm.
more men, I think, have to lead, young men, young kings, to be strong in the true sense of the word.
I mean, the relationship with the father and the son. The father is supposed to teach the son. He's supposed to
Hmm.
protect and provide. When he gets a family, he's supposed to do what he's supposed to, right by his family.
Hmm.
So I definitely feel like my son. I remember when he played football. I remember he got hit one time. I was like, dude, man up. And I remember I felt bad for saying that because I
Hmm.
was like, because I was like, ooh, he can't tell me he feel bad. Mama, I got hit.
Right.
So I was like,
Right.
I'm in a crossroad. You on the football field, and I was saying, look, man up, shoot. But he said I got hit. So it's like, wow.
Now, do we agree with Mr. Williams said that being too emotional is not good. Control is lost, and that's never a good look. I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely agree with that. And I brought that up because of what you were saying. Because before you saw the comment, you were already talking about your son in football and having
Mm-hmm.
that moment with him.
Mm-hmm.
And I do think that if you're too emotional, the control is lost. We can't have a
Yes.
whole crying fest down here on the football field, player.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Player,
Yep.
you got to
Yep.
get it together. Are you hurt or are you
Yes.
injured? you know,
Yes. Yes.
you know what type of mamas we are. Are you hurt or are you injured?
Got
Because we can cry about it at home, but we ain't gonna be out here on the football field acting a fool, right?
yes.
So it's like, yeah, I definitely agree with that. It's never good. And two, it's just like when we talked about, had the domestic violence, excuse me for
Mm-hmm.
stuttering, the domestic violence video.
Mm-hmm.
Derek is right. If you're too emotional, you lose control. But that's one of the reasons why that the more men are in touch with their emotions and can talk with their partner in a logical, calm way about their emotions. I feel like a lot of times in those situations, what's happening is the fight is not even with the other person. The fight is with the man himself or the person themselves, because somewhere they learn that they're not supposed to let emotions out, and those emotions are seeping out anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's
That's
like,
true.
how many times do I say to you, Andrea, like, you'll call me and I'll be like, what's wrong? Nothing. You be like, girl, quit playing. I feel your whole energy. Like, stop bamboozling me right now. I feel your whole energy. What's wrong? Nothing. I'll be fine.
That's what I say all the
Nothing. I'll
time.
be fine. Nothing. I'll be all right. I'll be like, look here. Okay.
You're right.
We
You're
know you
right.
a thug. We know you a thug, Dre, but it's me.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're
You
right.
feel
I
me?
do that. I do that. I do that a
It's like
lot
I
with you.
feel like men need that too. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
men need that partner. You know what I mean? And even with your girl, it's like if she can't see that you're hurting, like how you saw with your son when he lost his job, he was
Mm-hmm.
like, I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah.
Okay. But your
Yep.
vibe is off
Yes.
completely. What's up?
Yeah.
That's called paying attention and being aware of
Yep.
what's going on in the space. Sometimes people's awareness is so self-centered that we can't see what's going on with the people around us. And really and truly, a lot of times people just want you to ask what's wrong
Yeah. That's true.
because
And
they
then
just want to talk.
and
They
when you
don't
have
want no answers from you.
yep. And when
You
you have
know,
good
they don't
friends,
want you to solve the problem. They just want to talk.
but when you have good friends in any kind of relationship you're in, when you have good friends and then you ain't heard from that person for a couple of days and you're like, what's going on? And then, I do it a lot. A couple other people I know do it a lot. Be like, nothing, no, it's something wrong. I can
Hello,
tell.
Demita. Demita, hello. How are
Hello.
you?
You could tell. So,
Right.
and in this era we in this COVID and stuff, we need to check on our stronger people, our weakest people. We need to check on everybody and make sure everybody, even if it's a once a week, check on everybody, make sure you all right.
Right. Right.
We need to do
Hey
that.
Janet, how you doing? And
So
Derek said, "Bingo, the battle is within." Ain't it always?
yeah, that is true.
That battle is always within. And then like I said, when it comes out real messy. So if
Hmm.
you can control those emotions when they're small, right?
Hmm.
Then they don't turn into giant monsters
Yeah.
that we can't control. Then all of a sudden the monster comes out,
Yes,
right?
that's true.
So another question that we talked about, another thing we talked about was do um do women view a man's emotional intelligence as a weakness or a strength? I want to know from the guys in the chat, like, do they think that we view a man's emotional intelligence as a weakness or a strength? Like when you're in a relationship or when you're dating somebody, like I want to know
Mm.
where my men's at.
You got Anthony, Derek, Mr. Debonair. Huh? What's their answer? Hmm.
Where my man's at? We want to know. Do you think now? If you asking me, if I'm saying what do I think? Do I as a woman view a man's emotional intelligence as a weakness or a strength? I kind of answered that for myself in saying that. Oh, Derek said if he's in control and objective, most women love to see that. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely true.
You sure?
And I think that a man's emotional intelligence ties right into his ability to be truly intimate in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I think that you can't be really intimate with somebody if you're not in touch with your emotions.
True. I definitely believe that.
Anthony said, I agree with Derek. Diamond B said, it's extremely sexy.
Yes, it is. It's a turn on. It
It
is.
is a turn
Turn
on,
on. It's a
right?
turn on. It's a turn
I'm
on.
just saying.
Yeah, it's a turn on.
Well, when a strong brother with some muscles that can, do some magical things other places, when he can also touch my mind
Mm-hmm.
and my soul and my spirit the
Mm-hmm.
same
There it
way
is.
that he can touch my body, oh
Mm.
my goodness.
Yes, I
Uh.
definitely. Mm.
Then it's holy damn Monday. Then we celebrate, right?
For real. For real. I definitely agree with that.
Diamond B said, "Don't start." Craig Jones Sr. said, I don't really see it as a threat. I appreciate a strong woman. I was raised by my grandmother and my mother and sisters, so I value that in a woman.
Mm.
Do you think that makes Craig more sensitive to women's emotions and feelings, like that he understands more because he was raised by women?
Well, shout out to Fred Hunter. He the same way.
He is.
Shout out to Fred Hunter. He the same way.
Not the way.
Come on. I mean, we have conversation, us three, and I don't really have a lot of conversation with with a man like he can, but he have conversation that we can talk about. And I was like, is that Fred? Like, yes, yes. I really feel like if some women raise men, they understand us a little different. So when we all hype, because you know how we can get, we are both hype, and he's the calmest one in the group.
Hey, Detroit 313.
He's a calm one when it's us three. He's a calm one in the group.
Right.
We all hype, we all
Right.
emotional. He be like, calm down, both of y'all. Shout out to him too. That's the truth.
I mean, sometimes I think it's good and bad. The only not bad, but sometimes it's a struggle because he was raised by his mother and he has a sister, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But he also never remembers having a father inside the home, even though his father was very present in his life and his mom and dad had a great relationship before
Mm-hmm.
co-parenting was a thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
They always were around each other. His dad still came over to cut the grass at the house. Every
Yep.
single mama need a man like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they had a great co-parenting relationship. But sometimes I think that it's hard for him to identify, because then I go through this thing where it's like, okay, like as mothers, we are our son's first encounter with the relationship with a woman, right?
Yep.
But then boys get older and they start to turn into men and they stop identifying with us, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Because if you a boy, you don't want to identify with your mama, right? Because you're not a
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah.
So you start to identify with your father. And if your father, it seems, is if you're not seeing how he interacts with women, I wouldn't say whether that is what he is or isn't, but I would say the interaction.
If you don't if you
Like
don't
for
hold
me,
her if you don't hold her hand, if you don't open the car door for her, yes,
yes,
I do agree with that. I definitely agree with
yes,
that.
like some
Yes.
Chicago '85, like
Yes.
hold
Yes.
my hand when we
Yes.
walk through the
Yes.
mall, cause
Yeah.
I like it. Do
Yes.
all the little things you used to do.
Yes, I definitely agree with.
Yes,
Yes, yes,
yes,
yes.
all
I
that,
definitely. Yeah,
all that.
yes, that's true. I definitely agree with that. I definitely agree with that.
Yeah, like I think young men have to see that and think it's cool.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like
Yeah.
fathers, men, you know, uh grown and sexy men, gentlemen
Mm-hmm.
out there have to show these younger men that what's really cool is being good cover and a good trunk to the tree of the woman that you're with.
Mm-hmm. But that's what,
You
to
know
me,
what I
that's what
mean?
that's what intimacy come in at. Like when you go to the mall, hold her
Mm-hmm.
in. That's intimacy to me. It ain't all about the sex. About that's 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 intimacy to me. We go to the park, that kind of shit. I'm just
Oh,
saying.
Craig said if a man can't understand a woman, especially a strong black woman, then how can he deal with all the madness that they bring to the table?
All the madness,
All the madness
all
that
the madness.
we bring to the table. My life was balanced out because I do have four brothers. Okay.
Okay.
I don't understand the madness we bring to the
To the
table,
table.
Craig.
I still trying to get that madness. What the madness we bring to the table, Craig? That's
I
the
don't understand
question.
why I gotta be madness.
Why you gotta be
Why it can't be
madness?
passion? Why it can't be passion?
Yes. Don't ever understand that black
You
women
know,
are passionate and y'all call it be
deal with
angry.
all the passion we bring to
Yes,
the
to
table.
table. Thank you.
No, I feel like I understand what he's saying. Oh, he said in the streets raised me more.
Okay. Hey, TC. Okay. I mean,
And he did say he did say, make a comment. He said, "I grew up." Craig said, "I grew up without a father, and if you see how I deal with my children, you would think that I did." That goes to me
way.
sometimes what people do when you do the opposite, right? Of
Yes.
what you didn't like, right?
Or that
Like
what you didn't have.
or what you didn't have. Like
Yes.
every action or whatever has an equal and opposite reaction.
Mm-hmm.
So if you know you didn't like this, it's like I'm gonna do everything opposite of that. If my father wasn't around and I longed for him, if I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to have a family, I mean, I did that in my life. I think
Yeah.
you did that in your life too. You've done that in your life too, Andrea. I
Yeah.
think that when I hear you talk about, you growing up as a woman, you've done all the things you've done because you watched your mom be like ultra submissive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she cook and clean and bring his. That's what I ain't gonna do. Shoot, I
I
love my
mean,
dad. I love my dad. I love my dad. I love him. That's my dad. That's my first love. But some of his ways I cannot stand with a passion, and because I think my mama didn't have to bring his plate to where he's sitting at. Can't you get up and get your own? I'm just asking the question. But that's my mama and my daddy relationship. I didn't want that in my own relationship. But
right.
my mama, she did all the traditional things. She cooked, she cleaned, she washed. My dad didn't do nothing around that damn house but pay them damn bills. And and my mama, she still worked in the house. She had a
Right.
daycare business. So I just thought my mom had to do a lot for the family. And yes, did my daddy always, to me, my daddy always shine because my mama let him shine and be out there in
There you
front of it. No,
that part.
and no,
That
what,
part.
that part, but
And the
what,
and the and the shameful part of it, right?
mm-hmm.
Is when men don't shine the light on their women because they know that we standing in the background shining the light on them.
Yeah,
That's when it becomes an issue.
when the people would see us, they said, "Oh, Miss Thompson, you got a lovely family." My mama want to make sure we all looking good. All he doing is putting his
Right.
damn clothes on. So
That part.
I'm just saying is I seen that mess in the house, and God bless my mama's soul. But I told my daddy I ain't gonna do this shit. And that's what I ain't gonna do. And so
Right.
I'm just saying is, to me, I feel like a marriage, you are partners. You got kids, it's called partner. Not you feed the kids, I'm at work, and you don't do shit but come home and making sure I make you cook you some food. You ain't playing with the kids, I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, I'm doing everything. I'm damn tired.
Veronica said my mama's so mean.
Get out the
I
chat,
take this,
baby.
Veronica.
But I'm just saying is I didn't like their marriage. Okay, I didn't like it. I love them to death, and they are my first people that I watch. But it don't mean I want a marriage like that. I didn't want it like that.
So Derek said two comments originally,
Mm-hmm.
before, while you were talking.
Mm-hmm.
He said he had said, ironically, my dad jumped on my mama but told me and Brian, y'all best respect these women and listen to them. So we did, and still today what he said. The hard part about that is I be like, the pendulum could have went either way.
Yeah, because you not doing what is
You're
the
not
word?
providing the example. You
Yes.
saying do this
You saying do this
while
and then
you
you
hiding your
but
hand over here doing
yeah,
something else over there. It oh, how can I say it?
it's almost like you double talking yourself.
It's almost like it's like in that situation, it would have been my mom on the receiving end of that.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember in high school dating somebody who hit me, and she was adamant about her advice to me, and her not liking the guy right off the bat, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yet she stayed with my dad until I was like 12 years old. And it was always me as the child who was saying, let's leave, let's run, let's get out.
But you know, it's something
So
that's the most hardest situation.
Derek's, look at Derek's comment. we we say that every day, Mr. Williams. Just bless her heart. Bless her heart.
look,
Bless
look,
her.
I'm still who I am. I'm just saying. But it's almost the same thing when I tell my cousin, my cousin's in jail, but in prison. But he want me to write him. And I said this to him: I can't write you, can't send you money if I'm telling my own son to stay out of jail and stay out of prison. So
Absolutely.
I'm being a hypocrite. So if
Absolutely.
if I'm saying I can't mess with you, write you, send you money, because if my son say, well, mom, you send your cousin money, he in jail. No, you can't be. I can't be a hypocrite.
Right.
So it's almost then we gotta cut
I
some
was
things
gonna
off.
say I might disagree with this, the second part of this comment that Derek made, but I changed my mind because when I'm thinking about it, I'm like, because he says when we were told to open the door and sit her at a table, but don't be afraid to speak as a man when it's time to. And at first I was like,
I
when is
don't
it
have
time?
I don't have a problem if my man said, Drea, calm that shit down. Come on now.
Right.
No, I understand that. I understand where he's coming from, and it don't bother me. Actually, it's a turn on to me. Shit. Okay.
I was about to say
Let's turn
that.
on. Let's turn
I
on.
was
Drea,
about to
calm that
say
shit down.
that.
Yes, that's turn on to me.
I was
So
about to
I
say,
have no
and then
problem
he was
with
like,
that.
"Oh,
That's a
you gonna
man right
drink
there.
tonight?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
okay, baby,
Yeah.
okay, pop pop, no problem."
Yes. I have no problem with that.
That's a
Shoot.
shame. That's a
Got,
shame.
got no problem with that.
But
You
I
know.
think it's like that when you trust your partner.
Yes.
Like if I trust the man that I'm with
Mm-hmm.
implicitly, then
Mm-hmm.
yes, I don't have any problem with him speaking up as a man when it's necessary at all.
Yeah.
You know, even
No
Fred
problem.
Hunter, even Fred Hunter have gave me the that's enough.
Both of us, okay? Both
that,
of us.
that that's
That's
enough.
enough. Yes. Yes. Both of us.
That's
That's
completely
enough.
enough.
Yeah. We have no
that,
problem.
that was all needed to be said.
Yeah. So yeah, I have no problem with that.
Craig Jones said, "Brother Derek is making a lot of sense." So what y'all trying to say? We should have had Derek on the panel or something. We should have had Derek right in the middle of us. He can handle that.
Yeah. So
No,
I got a
Derek
problem.
always have a lot of good points of view from the male perspective. You know,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of the guys do.
Yes, they do.
Now, what was our
Mm-hmm.
other question? Oh, do men and women view the act of having sex differently?
Yes, they do. They do.
So how do men view sex?
They scoring tonight. Period.
They what?
They scoring tonight. Period.
They scoring.
Yeah.
Score. Another notch on my belt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
They scoring tonight. Period. No, they see things different. They see sex different than women do. Women don't be want to sleep with every Tom, Dick, and Harry. Okay, that's something we want to do, and we don't want to share
mm,
our body with. We don't want to share our body with every Tom, Dick, and Harry either. But men, they okay with that shit. Some of my men. Now I ain't gonna say all. I'm just saying.
right.
You know,
I
that's my,
think we view the act of having sex differently for this, in essence, for the same reason, I guess, because like we have an emotional attachment to sex.
yes.
I believe not
Mm-hmm.
all women. Of course, whenever we say anything, it doesn't mean to say all or
No, I'm
even
not.
most.
I used
We
to be
just
that
saying
same
from
way.
our
I used to be that
perspective.
same way too. I used to be that same way. Remember you told me that, Erica? You like a
Mhm.
man. I just be that same way. I view it different too. But my view didn't change until after I got divorced.
Right.
Yeah, my view didn't change. I'm like, it ain't that big a deal. So, it ain't that big a deal. My view didn't change until after I got divorced. But
Way, I wish everybody in the way, quote unquote, that we have sex, right?
yes,
Like I think the way you have sex changes when you don't have an emotional connection to somebody.
yes,
We're not
yes.
as we're not as vulnerable in the
Mm-mm,
bedroom
mm-mm.
with somebody that we're not emotionally tied to.
No, because when you done, I want you out the damn door. And don't you ain't get no food. I ain't cooking shit for your ass. Just get out.
Get your shit
And get
and
out.
get the couch
Shoot. But if it's somebody that I'm emotional to, I'm like,
until I
yeah,
call you next time.
yeah. That guy had a little black book. You know what I'm talking about? Have a little black book. Yeah, yeah. But if it's somebody that I'm emotional tied to, he might be, he my man. He gonna stay. Yeah, he gonna stay. I'm gonna cook him something. But if somebody I'm just kicking it with, get your shit and get out. I don't want to hug none of that shit. Go on.
Veronica said this is a crazy topic to listen to her mothers talk about.
You should not be in this comment section. Okay, in this chat.
she, she's not a child anymore. She's a big girl.
Yes. But I'm just saying, if this is somebody that is my man, he gonna stay at night, we gonna cuddle, we gonna do all that. But this somebody I'm just kicking it with, bye. I don't wanna hug, I don't wanna touch. Just get out.
Diamond B said, watching the clock. Your
For
clock is
real.
almost up here, buddy.
Yes. For
You got,
real.
you got 3 more strokes.
Yes,
You're done.
yes, yes, yes. Yes. So I'm just saying it's a difference now. And I understand that.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
That's funny.
Y'all want the real Andrea Lynch? I'm giving you the real. Yes, yes. So yes.
We did invite you. Ani can
Who?
come through anytime she wants to. She said you invited me.
Oh God, Jesus.
She said
Not
she taught you a thing or two.
girl, please. I'm the
Don't
mama,
don't
you the
joke.
child. Girl.
Don't joke.
She got jokes, okay? But yeah, yeah. What you think about it, Erica? Do you think it? What you think about it?
Can you see her comment?
I can see her comment. I'm gonna get her when I get off this live. I'm gonna get her when I get off this live.
So
I
this is
show you.
indicative of the kind of relationship that we have with our children,
Yes,
who are no
yes,
longer children.
yes, honey. She's
None of our
22
kids
now.
are kids anymore.
Yeah, we got grown kids.
Derek said, never to be like a cat at a woman's house, which is why you need your own. We done funnel plenty of females out of the house, preparing for the next one.
Jesus.
Now I don't know if we be like going
No,
out so the next one come in.
no.
I don't know if we be like to the left
I'm
because we
tired.
got
I'm gonna give me
somebody
some
coming in
rest.
to the right.
I'm tired. I'm gonna give me some rest. No. But I want you gone. And I don't want to be cooking. I told you about that brother that my little black book brother. He thought I was gonna cook him some food. Get out. Shoot, is you
It's
tripping?
time for you to exit stage
Yes, he thought I was gonna cook him some
left.
food. I said, is you tripping? Get out.
That's what girlfriends
See?
do. I'm not your girlfriend and
Yeah.
don't want to be, right?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I definitely think we view sex differently, but it all
Mm-hmm.
depends on who getting it and why too. Like most situations, like you just don't have a view per se. You know what I mean? And I didn't, and I don't think for me, I didn't view sex differently even when I was talking to it with my children. I used to tell Butchie and Dougie, don't put your penis in garbage cans, okay?
Yep. I told my
just
son,
just think
don't
about
put
that
none in
thought.
the hood rats. Don't put none in the hood rats, and don't put one in there. They're gonna get some money out of you, and you're gonna have a baby because they're gonna be after your
Right.
money. Shoot,
You
we
don't want
tell
to
our
be
sons,
dumpster diving.
yeah, what do we tell our sons? What, sign a prenup agreement. I don't care if you're poor.
Right.
We tell our sons that sign a prenup agreement. I don't care if you're poor because nobody can take
Oh,
anything from you. Hmm.
Derek said it's about performance. So Derek said if the sex is good and he got your mind and you let him come back every time.
I still don't want you, even if the sex is good, I still want you to get out. Cause you that's my black book boy.
He said
I'm
it's
just
all
saying.
performance based. Yeah, no, I agree. When you have, if that's the case and you have a purpose, I think men are the same way. In, female, I don't know. Men might not be the same way only because they're gonna try to cater to that female a little bit. So if the sex is good and she want to stay, he gonna let her stay a little bit only cause why? Ding ding ding. He want her to come back day after
Mm-hmm.
tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. 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 But that's them the ones like them a friend zone, friends with benefits. Okay, we
Right,
ain't no couple. We chilling. You call me when you come through. I come through. Period. But if it's my man, it's gonna be different. But you are come through. Mm-mm. You ain't.
right.
I ain't cooking. Get out. Hear your shit and get out.
So this is our last question on this relationship little while we've been lost in emotion today, is that what can we as women do to be better versions of ourselves, and what can we do to be better women for men?
Better version of
Like
ourselves.
not a damn thing. Why is it silence? Why is
Mm,
it silence in
mm.
the room?
Well, just speaking from me, be better version of myself, be open and honest. Oh, you know what? What I learned. You know what I learned when I was married. I wasn't open and honest with my husband. So now that I'm not married anymore, I'm gonna tell a man off bat. No, this is who I am. This is no. I'm gonna tell him who I
Just a
am
second, I
because
can't
I don't
hear.
want to. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Oh, we can hear you now. You're back.
Okay. I want to be. I feel like being open and honest and who you are.
Hmm.
When you meet somebody, and when you meet somebody, be open.
Okay, real mamas, have a good dinner.
Okay, I want to be open and honest to who I am, and I felt like I wasn't. So now I'm that person now, and I think women should be open and honest to who they are and what they're about. Because
Right,
if you open and honest in who you are and what you're about, then there's nothing to say that there's nothing to you're being your authentic self.
right.
And
I
so
think
that's
that we can work on being better versions of ourselves as
mhm,
far as relationships,
yeah,
and especially to me as far as the black family. We kind of touched on it a little bit last Thursday when we were
hmm,
on with Real Mamas
yeah,
in the chat with her. I think that black women, because of circumstance, sometimes we can be so strong
yes,
and that we take up the man space in a
hmm,
relationship. I do believe that there's two spaces in a relationship. There's the woman space, the feminine space, and the masculine space.
hmm,
And we as women, sometimes when we're doing the job of a provider, a father, a handyman, a doctor,
hmm,
when we're doing all these, um, you know, what seem like male things on the outside, right?
hmm,
If we're not careful, it kind of hardens us a little bit,
yes, yes,
and we forget that there's a whole area of feminine space, right?
hmm,
That we're so, and it's not to say that don't get me don't get it confused with me saying like women are supposed to do certain things and men are supposed to do certain things. That's not what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What I'm really saying is just that I've been with men who are more feminine, and it makes me respond in a more masculine way.
Yes. Thanks. I'm about to
And
be me.
when
Go ahead.
I'm with when I'm with a partner that is more masculine,
Mm-hmm.
it makes me much more feminine.
Yes.
And it being feminine, or quote unquote what people call submissive, right,
Mm-hmm.
is not a punishment or a demotion from being the leader, right? To me,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
it's just another way of leading.
True.
I just lead from a submissive standpoint. It's kind of like when you lead your kids to saying what, choose this one or this one, right? You ain't
Mm-hmm.
giving them the other eight options. so, so by in a submissive way, you're giving them a choice, but they're still choosing one of the two choices that you want them to choose,
True.
right? I think
Mm-hmm.
being in a relationship is the same way. You know, women always used to have the finesse in leadership, right? We didn't need
Yes.
the title per se, and we
Uh-huh.
didn't need the accolades, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we knew what was up.
True. I mean,
And I think that,
I watched
go
my mama finesse my daddy. Finesse my daddy. He be like, my daddy first said no, and then my mama was like, I'll talk to him. You know, I'll talk to him. So I do think that. You know, in a sense. Can you hear me, Erica?
yeah, no, I can hear
Okay.
you.
Okay.
I was just reading a comment. Valerie Horn said, I've been there. I was so used to doing things myself that when I did have a man in my life, it was hard for me to stand back. It is.
It
It's like you
is.
got to retrain yourself
Yes.
to not drive the car by yourself. It's like when you driving by yourself, you got to have the directions. You got to make sure you open your. If you go through the drive-through, you got to open your own French fries and get them out the bag. You got to do everything yourself. When you have somebody in the car with you, when you have your handy dandy side seat driver in the passenger seat that you love and trust, they get the napkin out for you. They tell you turn right here at the corner. They operate the radio for you so you can pay attention to the road. You're not alone in the car anymore. But it
That's
does definitely um, take it's an adjustment.
it's an adjustment. And if your man know that you've been single for a minute and been doing everything else, he will have patience too to say, look, you've been single for a minute, you know, I'm here to help you. So if that he got to be willing to understand too that you used to doing everything by yourself and being in
Right,
control of everything too. Because I'm a
right,
control freak. I control every environment.
right. And being a control freak comes with not being able to trust the people that are in your immediate space,
True.
right? So
True.
you feel the need to have to control that space.
True.
Because Andrea is never a control freak when we're together.
Cause why? Cause I know this shit is always handled with you. Why? I'm not a control freak. Okay. I, I'ma
She be
lay
like,
back.
where we
I'ma
where we
move
going,
back.
Andrea? I don't know. I let Erica take the wheel. I don't
Okay.
know. How you get there, Andrea? I don't know.
Okay. So,
No, that's exactly how it is. When you with somebody and you are in a relationship with someone that you trust,
mhm.
you have to learn to kind of help them chip away at those walls, right? Because it's not just always their job to break your walls down because you built them,
Yes. Yeah, that's
right?
true.
It's
Mhm.
also your job from the other side of that wall to chip away at it as well.
Yes.
And you don't just owe it to them, you owe it to
Go to
yourself.
yourself. You owe it to yourself.
You know what I'm saying? The robbery is that you miss out on the wonderful person or relationship, possibly because of the walls that you built to surround you in your safe fortress. And then you realize that you're in that fortress alone.
True. That's true.
You know, if you want somebody to get in, it's a breaking those walls down is a joint effort.
That's true. Yes,
You're gonna
Derek.
love this comment. Yes.
Yes, yes.
Who knew? Woo! Derek, let me tell you, it's like having that control freak side seat driver, the person who's in the passenger seat, but they trying to grab the wheel. That's what it's like sometimes. We love her though.
Okay.
Love her to death. Don't know what we would do without her. Hi,
um,
December baby.
hey,
Thanks for
December
dropping
baby.
in.
Eric, what happened to your avatar? Your avatar
Huh?
left. Your avatar left. Your picture.
I don't know. It's up on mine.
Okay. Let me so
Oh, it
I
might not
can't.
be up on the
Yeah.
thing.
Yes. So a shout out to our sister Eyes. I got a package today in the mail, and I am really I'm gonna open this package on camera. So I'm gonna she sent me some stuff today. So shout out to her sister Oz. Okay, I'm supposed to turn my camera on. So um
So Andrea had someone who you still can't see my picture. I don't know why. Oh well.
I don't know why.
Just a technicality. Not a
Yeah,
big deal. But Andrea had who is it again,
a
Andrea?
sense of a sense of Oz. Send me this today. And
What's the
I'm
name?
a sense of Oz.
A Sense
Send,
of Oz.
yes, she sent me this package today. So, hold on a minute. Turn my camera off. Uh, I'm trying to open it. Here we go. Ooh, 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 Jesus. Okay.
Can we see?
It's supposed to help me sleep at night because I got a sleeping problem. You know, I can't sleep at night, Erica. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, ooh, look at all this.
I think
Okay.
you turned your
My
camera
camera.
off.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on 1 minute. I'm turning on in a minute. Okay. Ooh, okay. I'm doing it bad. This is my first time doing it, so let's be uh next time the
Just
scissors.
bear with me.
Bear with me, okay? I'm like, what the hell is I'm doing? I had my scissors in my hand. Where is my scissors? Okay.
Lord. Well,
Okay,
you
okay.
threw some scissors away last night, mad at them kids.
I did throw some scissors away. Okay.
Ooh, you
Okay.
silly. They should have been on live last night listening to that.
Man, okay, okay. I'm almost. Hold on, I'm almost there. I got them in my hand. So, you know, I'm bad with this.
I'm gonna try to go out and come back again and see if my picture comes back.
Okay, okay, okay. I'm almost there. Ooh, ooh, lavender. Ooh, that smells good. You back, Erica?
I'm back,
Okay, okay, okay. I'm almost done. I'm almost done. Okay. This just smells so good. Okay.
but my picture is not back.
Yeah, I did a picture.
I
Not
don't
bad.
know.
Okay. Okay.
Oh well, not gonna worry
Okay.
about it.
Yes, not gonna worry about it. Okay.
No.
So I'm gonna turn my camera on.
Okay.
And I don't want to see my face either. Okay. I open the package.
We're waiting.
Okay, I had to get everything. See,
Oh, there you go.
get see the things that Sensor Ave gave me. Can you see it?
No,
Oh,
you
okay.
didn't pick up your phone. You got to pick up the phone.
Okay. That's right here she gave me.
We
And
can't see it.
okay, well, hold
You
on,
got
my
to
dear.
actually pick up the phone.
The phone is right here in my head. See?
No.
What
Am I
Hump?
frozen?
I think
No.
you're full. No, because I can see it. See? Can you
Um.
see it?
No, I think it's frozen.
Okay. And then this right here. And then this right here. So thanks to your sense of eyes for saying this to me. It's supposed to help me sleep at night. And I shout out to her. I really appreciate it. About sleep control.
Hello.
Yes. There we go. Yes.
Okay.
So
So okay, there we go. Now we back. Both
okay. So I
pictures.
showed them
I had to
and
refresh. And you hear me?
this is yes, I can hear you. We was having a little technical difficulty. That's it.
Sorry about that.
But we want yes. But I want to thank a sense of eyes for sending me some stuff to help me
Derek
sleep
said the
at night.
box. The, the
What did he
box is
say? Yeah, I was
controlling.
got
The box is
okay.
controlling Miss Lynch. Craig said, "I'm heading to her now, Derek."
but shout out
We
to a
don't
sense
see
of
nothing though. Where's the camera?
I just showed you, baby. You didn't see it?
No, we were having technical difficulties. Nobody saw anything.
Well, you know what, Erica? Okay, you're making me you make me work today. Okay.
Oh, welcome, welcome.
Okay, one more time.
Hit it.
You know, I ain't got no makeup on today anyway. I'm looking a little bad.
We
Look,
ain't trying to see you anyway. We want to know what's in the box.
okay, I'm gonna show you one more time. Shoot, this right here. See that? This,
No.
honey,
Are
I
you
don't. I'm
are
showing
you
it.
did you change the camera to your back camera or something?
No, I didn't.
Oh, now okay.
And then this right here. Say,
I
okay.
don't know.
You
I don't know. We can't see it.
sure you can't see it? Nobody can't see it.
Yeah, I'm
No.
so serious. We can't
Okay, I'm gonna
see.
show. Okay, I'm gonna
I'm
show
like,
one.
just with the regular camera that you come on with. At first, when you first did it, we could see it. Derek said, "Oh dear."
You know
Can
what?
you
This something new.
see?
It's something new. It's something
I
new. Okay.
said
You know what?
the
I'm
box
just gonna make a video and do
is
an
tearing
unboxing.
you
This is a
up.
little too much for me today. I'm making a home separate video. That's what I'll do. I'll make a home separate video. This is a little too much. Too much for me today. Okay. I'll make
Oh, Derek told us. Okay, this is how it's a sense of ah,
a sense of
a
eyes. Yes.
sense.
A sense.
It's a play on words. It's a sense
A
is one
sense.
word of ah,
Ah.
meaning like calm, like a sense of
Yes.
calm. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thank
Yes.
you, Derek. We appreciate. Sometimes in North Carolina just comes out inadvertently with my friend. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what she's saying.
A sense of eyes. That's what it is.
No, not Oz. Ah,
What is ah?
like you
Got
saying
it.
like you relaxing.
Okay. Ah. Okay. I missed something. You know what? Yeah. You know I
Oh,
have.
thank you for dropping her link, Derek.
Yes. 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 Thank you. I really appreciate that. But she sent this to me today,
What an
and I'm
awesome mod.
Yes, you are. I will do an
Well, I
unboxing.
guess
That's
we're
what I'll
not
do.
gonna see it.
No.
I guess we're not gonna see it.
I'll do. I'll make a video and do an unboxing. That's what I'll do.
Yeah, you
But
might
I
have to do a
appreciate.
video and we'll just upload it.
Yes. Yes. Well,
Okay.
we want to appreciate everybody coming in the live, and it's been fun, Erica.
Know your own work said, wait a minute, I'm from North Carolina.
Okay, yes, I am from North Carolina. I'm born there, but I ain't never lived there. Okay,
She just goes there for family reunions
go
and
there,
free
family
food.
reunion, and
She
free
go there
food.
for family reunions and free food.
Yes, yes, and hang out with my cousins in them. Yes, yes, I do. Yes, I do. But we're gonna be back on Friday because we got a schedule now. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday we go live. So we'll be back on Friday with some new topics, some interesting things to say. And we appreciate everybody coming to Hot Air.
We really do. We really do. We miss you
Yes.
guys so
Miss you
much.
guys.
I miss not being able to upload content or doing stuff, but we're getting it together and it's looking so great and looking a lot better. So I hope you guys are happy with our progress. As slow as it may be, you guys help us keep it steady. So we
Yes.
appreciate that. We appreciate you. We appreciate all our moderators
Yes.
that
Thank
have
you,
been in
Derek. We
here.
appreciate it.
Derek, Unbothered Mimi, God is Love,
And
um,
please
Derek,
everybody.
Mr. Williams, and his conversation in the chat was amazing. We appreciate that. And thank you again for dropping the link for a sense of I. We really appreciate that because I wasn't ready.
Okay, so I want to shout out a good friend of mine. She's on she on her platform last night. Her name is Dane Define. Please go and subscribe to her channel. She does makeup, beautiful makeup, a beautiful person and a beautiful spirit. So please go and subscribe to Dane Define. She's in the chat right now. So we want to help her get to her 1,000 because she's a beautiful person inside and out and one of my good sisters. Okay, so please go out and subscribe to her channel.
Is it Danny Define?
Dane Define. Please.
Fine.
Mm-hmm.
Define. Okay.
She's in the chat. So please go subscribe to her channel because we want her to get to her 1,000 too. That's one of my sisters from Babe Nation. So go over there and subscribe because she's a fun, loving person and a good spirit. So
Thank you for being impressed, Derek. You helped a lot with that. But we gonna get the content up. I'm
yes.
sorry I was all over the planet for like all of July. I'm sorry about that. I really am. But I'm getting it together, and if you knew me, you would know that some things make me super nervous, and I put a lot of pressure on myself for things to be right and for
Yes.
it to be great and to kind of like fulfill the expectations of other people. And I'm working on that. You know what I'm saying? I'm working on, this situation here is a labor of love in itself for me that is
Wow,
helping
what
me
is
figure
going
out
on?
that things
Okay.
don't have to be perfect all the time, right off the bat, and that it's okay to let people see you make mistakes because it'll help them not make the same mistakes. So just like the unboxing debacle over over there with Andrea.
You know what? I love Erica. She is professional. She wants everything right, and that's my
Right?
friend. And that's just who she
Because
is,
the
and I love her
mistakes
for that.
sometimes are what
Yeah,
makes it fun.
yeah. That's my friend. She wants everything
And that's
profession.
what I definitely can appreciate about having a channel and all the people that I've interacted with and been um, on social media and on
Mm-hmm.
YouTube with is that um, everybody kind of embraces the imperfections. You know what I mean? And I hope that continues to remain true. So thank you guys again for
Yes, we'll see you
joining
on
us
Friday. We'll see you
for
guys on
Holy
Friday.
Hump Day.
Bye bye.
We really appreciate it.
Bye bye.